So for our first student video reflection, we're talking about the Common Core State Standards Initiative. And first of all, as far as the summary goes, it's a new foundation for student success is what everyone kept saying. And the main idea behind it is that all the states, all the schools will have consistent steps within the education. So if a student is going to school in Tennessee in the 6th grade and then they get uprooted, they need to move to a different state, say Washington, then they should be teaching the same, they should be on the same step. So they're teaching the same standards. They might not be necessarily in the exact same order or in the same place as the other school, but all schools will be teaching the same information. What I found, they were talking about the three main things that this changed was, number one, the reading starting at the elementary age, and I mean as far down as pre-K kindergarten and all the way up. They're changing what they're reading. So instead of it just being narrative and fun and fictitious, it's more informative, teaching kids to read for knowledge. The second thing was that they're gaining knowledge through content text. So they're learning pretty much how, like we do these college classes, these online classes, you have to be able to read for knowledge, because if you're not sitting in a class, you don't have somebody really giving you the information. You're having to read text for it. You're having to research it and understand and gain your own knowledge from your reading. And the third thing is evidence, the why. Don't just give me an answer, tell me why. Tell me how you got to that answer. Tell me why you do or do not agree. The point of it is, so everybody's on the same step. They talked about how everybody's reaching up. It's becoming more rigorous. It gives everybody the same national standards, the same national assessments. Everybody's doing the exact same thing. How does the initiative benefit schools, teachers, students, and parents? I would say, as far as benefit, schools, I know the Obama administration, one of the things Perry was talking about was that they're offering money. I mean, so money's always beneficial to school, but that could be a catch-22, because with money there are strings. But that would be on the issues that I found with it. So I think it's more beneficial to students and parents, just in the fact that the example I gave earlier, if you need to move schools, move states, then you haven't missed out on all that information. Hopefully everybody's aligned in the curriculum that they're teaching your children. I'm not seeing a whole lot more benefit other than that. I mean, I think it's important that students learn how to read more informative text. I think it's important that the actual material is more rigorous. It's not focusing as much on can you do the skills, but can you problem solve? But that brings to the issues that I found with it. I really agree with Rick Perry's video on the concerns, because I have I don't know, I just have this fear or this struggle with the fact that everybody is exactly the same in doing the exact same things in all the states and all the schools. The culture is different, even just from state to state. So teaching kids the same thing throughout different cultures, that gets into where you are trying to do the political correct game and not necessarily teaching some of the background information that students need in the area. I think that there's issues with parents not being able to help their children. I think that's one of the biggest concerns I hear about, because it is so rigorous, the parents don't know how to help, and because they started it all at once instead of starting it at kindergarten and just implementing it 1 year at a time. It's like they threw, let's say middle school, they threw them in this deep dark hole of rigorous curriculum, and these teachers are trying to play catch up and teach many grades of missed material because they didn't start in kindergarten. They started at whatever level they were at when that particular state decided to implement these Common Core standards. If I was the governor of the state of Texas, I'm not, well, I am sure how I would respond. I don't think that Texas needs to follow with the initiative. On the other hand, if you look at some Common Core standards compared to what we're teaching, what the new TEKS were updated to, there's not a whole lot of difference. I mean, you can look, as far as teachers' resources, you can look and find things that are Common Core standard aligned, and it worked real well in my 8th grade math class. So I think we can keep up with the rigor that the Obama administration is trying to do and keep up with these standards without having to be standardized and be the same as all the other states. I don't think we're falling behind in that area. That's just my opinion. Thank you.